No.
What is good? What is good? What is Wednesday cometh? Wednesday cometh. What is good? What is
all
good?
all superheroes need their theme song. No.
hey, every superhero need a theme song. What's good? What's good? What's good, fam? Wednesday cometh. We are in the building and we are on. Well, I'm in my normal location. Coach is on location, so bear with us as we move back and forth through this thing. Coach, what is good? What's good? What's good? Wednesday cometh. Happy Wednesday. It's the CC show.
Wednesday
What's happening?
Cometh. CC show. Happy, wonderful Wednesday. Be great in your preparation. Become excellent in your performance. You know how we do. Hey, it's WNBA. We coming down crunch time.
It's crunch time.
We coming down to crunch time. So
it's who are you time. It's who are you time. Let's go.
You
find out who everybody
lights,
is.
Camera, compete. You know what I mean? Lights, camera, compete. Okay. Right now you see in the screen, I highlight player. Okay. Is
Nafisa
Collier. She's a graduate of UConn. She is a Husky. Okay. And she's averaging about 20 points a game. But I'm going to show you. Here's the thing. It's not just her offense this year. I think what has been overlooked is her defense. So let's go to, let's see what we can show you. Nafisa, Fee, as they call her, term and endearment, Fee Collier.
Let's go, Fee Collier.
Let me get to the video.
While Coach is doing that, I mean, Nafisa's just been playing great basketball. I know that a lot of people have Nafisa in the MVP conversation.
Fee,
I would say like Fee right around at least Fee with the D. Let's go.
And Fee with the D. Get that out of here. Block party. And can we get some Fee with the D? Carrington. And Fee with the O. And one. And then it goes with the touch. Kick it. Swing. Fee with the drive. Spin. No step through. And Fee Collier.
Nafisa Collier. What it do?
Nafisa Collier.
MJ Lover, what up, though?
No, just a little bit.
Everybody loves Juju. What's happening?
So there we go. Just a little bit. We went too much of what she's done. She's Fee with the D and Fee with what we call smart offense.
Hey, Coach, I don't know if it's on my end or for everybody, but I got you on a delay. It was delaying a little bit in the video, and now I'm hearing a delay. So I don't know if that's me and I should go out and come back in, or if that's for everybody. So I don't know if you are having if you're seeing a delay, put a 3 in the chat for me, so I know to go out and come back in. Go ahead, Coach. I'm sorry. Let's keep going, because it may just be me. It could be me. Coach, delayed, cutting out. Okay.
Delayed. Okay.
3s. Okay. That's all. It's in the meantime, you want to click? Okay, yeah. Blow it up on me, and we'll rock it. Oh yeah, y'all. Let's get into the recap. Let's get into the recap of some of these games while we waiting on Coach. While we working on our technical issues. Listen, I told y'all we are on the we Coach is Coach is on the road again, so he's working with a mobile studio. He's got it set up, but he's on location, so we'll figure that out. But coming into this week, we had games August 28th, Connecticut Sun versus Indiana Fever. And listen, we could go through each one of these games like we normally do. I'm not gonna do that right now. I think what I want to say most is that I don't know, Coach. If you can hear me, click me back to the screen. Y'all see these scores up here. Y'all know what it is. It is WNBA roundup, I guess is kind of what I want to call it. It's the end of the season. It's the push for 7-8. It's the basketball that I told y'all was going to be the most. It was going to be the greatest basketball we see this season. You said watch my phrases around LL and Thick Big, and I don't need no side eyes or none of that. You know they'll give it to me, but it's all good. It's all good. What I'm seeing right now, and I'm gonna get on my soapbox a little bit because I'm hearing the people come back around and they're like, what I want people to be careful of is this right here. One of the things that I said about this whole thing, Caitlin and Angel and all of that, was that there were two people that came into this thing there were two major players that came into WNBA this year to be able to help put eyes on this. And on top of those two people, there was a wonderful class of rookies that came in with a different background, a different kind of street cred that gave them some different kind of pull in the WNBA. And they did have to have a learning curve, like Diana Taurasi and Cheryl Swoops and all of them said, but their learning curve wasn't as steep as it had been for rookies in the past. And so we're rounding into great basketball right now. And we came into this thing and we were saying at the beginning how this was like Larry Bird and Magic Johnson, black against white, and it was real intense and it was nasty on the internet. But this thing is shaping into some good goddamn basketball at the end of the season. And so what I want to make sure is that us, the fans who were like, hey, we don't hate Caitlin, are not accidentally turning into Caitlin haters, right? Like, I don't hate Caitlin. I'm not a fan of Caitlin, but I can't deny that Caitlin's playing better basketball at the end of this season than she was playing at the beginning of this season. And I'm seeing some of us like not willing to give that credit, and I'm calling BS on that. I'm pushing back. Like the defense needs to be better. Yes. The turnovers need to be better. Yes. Is she the rookie of the year? Not mine. But is she trash? No. Is she playing better basketball? Yes. Do the Indiana Fever deserve to be where they're at? Absolutely. Is it all because of Caitlin? No. But be careful of turning into who we are just complaining about at the beginning of this season. Does she have fringe fans that irritate this whole thing that aren't even probably here about basketball? Sure. But the absolute just what she's doing on the basketball court, she's doing what her coach has asked her. And I have to give credit where credit's due. She's doing what's asked of her. And that's being a volume scorer and being a playmaker and getting out of the way or helping create the space for Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston and who else is it? Is it Lexi Hull? Is that who I'm forgetting? Is it Lexi Hull that's also scoring over there? And Lexi, like, so being able to spread a pace, spread the floor to be able to do those things. And so I'm not saying that you're a hater, Juju. What I'm addressing is what I'm seeing on the internet. And so don't take it so personally, because it's not a personal attack at you. But if it hit home, deal with it. That's where I'm at with it. I'm gonna stand on the same thing that I've stood on. I'm not a fan. I respect her game, and I have to respect the fact that she had to swallow it and make some changes and be who Christy Sides said she had to be for Indiana to be able to be successful. And so I just want to say, I just want to put that out there. Like, careful that you're not turning into the very people who you was complaining about at the beginning of this season. And your thoughts on that, Coach, and we can go from there.
I think it's still delayed, so I'm sorry. I'm trying to adjust it.
Oh no, Juju, I just wanted to, Juju, I just wanted to make sure I don't think you know hater. Okay, yeah, we on the same page. We're not haters. We just not fans. But that doesn't mean that we don't. not really, Nate. especially not now. It's time to go. It's go time, Nate. Yeah. So yeah, I think for our channel and for how we present things and how we come across, I think we've been very clear about how we good basketball is good basketball. But I'm seeing some stuff out here where it's like I'm pushing back on folks like now you sound like a hate, now they're sounding like haters. And so be careful about that. Like good basketball is good basketball. What you got, coach?
Yeah, I mean, Christy Sides did a good job addressing what needs to be addressed, taking leadership with the whole team, not just Caitlin Clark. Again, you got to give credit due. If you don't have a Caitlin Clark on Indiana Fever, they may not be at the 500, but she's not the main reason. But at the same sense, you have to give person the credit for the skill set and what they bring to a team. You take an Angel Reese and a Kennedy Carter away from a Sky, they're not even contending for an 8th spot. Okay. And then you have your
I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that one. But go ahead, let's go. Because you got to replace him with somebody, and that 6'7" is still 6'7". That 6'7" is still 6'7" right there.
I said you take an Angel Reese and Kennedy Carter away. I don't think you're competing for that 8th spot. You take those two away.
And that's what I said. It depends on what you replace Kennedy and Angel with, because Camila Cardoso is still a 6'7" problem right there in the middle. So it depends. Okay. So if Kennedy and Angel's not there, who's there? Kai and Courtney, the people that was there before? I'll take my chances with Kai, Courtney, and Camila.
We're talking about hypotheticals if they still wear. I'm talking about if you take them away and you have what you have right now.
But what I'm saying is I can't have what I have. If you take them away, you have to replace them with something. Everybody's so quick to be like, if Kennedy's not there, who's there? You still have to have a full roster. So in the hypothetical, we still have to have a full team. That's all I'm saying. We so quick to be like, Kennedy's not there, Angel's not there, but what is there? Like so I don't bet against Gamecocks. And I'm not so quick to just be like Camila Cardoso wouldn't be nothing in the league if Kennedy and Angel wasn't there. Because I was betting on Cardoso to be somewhere with Rakia. So I got to push back on that one. You got to replace him with something.
Get your sound effect. You got your sound effect on your side?
Oh no, you don't give me permission to use my sound effects over here. Coach keep all the controls over here. He ain't Coach got I can't push no buttons over here, y'all. I don't need to do nothing but talk.
All right, that's a
I'm at to send it.
Yeah, you gotta have to send me sounds.
I gotta send the sounds. I've been holding out. I've been holding out on the sounds.
Come on,
I've been holding out on the sounds, Coach. My bad, Coach. My bad, Coach. Put me on blast, y'all. On the Wednesday coming. Let me quit playing around. Coach ain't playing today. All right, Coach. Man. I'm acting right. I'm acting right, Coach. I put my hands up. I'm acting right. What you got?
Man, we got some chat here. I think. Oh, let me go back.
I mean, now that we got settled, Coach, if you want to go back through some of the games, if it was someone that you really wanted to talk through, I think we can. I think just in general, like at the end of the season, we have looked at these teams and they're not. I don't see anything different than Seattle. Still looks clunky. Like I would still call Seattle clunky right now. From what we talked about at the beginning of the season, right? The Sun showing fraud. Washington, who are you? Like, you can beat any team, you can lose any team. Los Angeles Sparks, who are you? You can beat any team, you can lose any team. Like, I think at this point, we really know who these teams are. I'm really interested as a coach from your perspective, and here I go again. But I told you he don't let me push no buttons, so all I get to do is talk. So I'm gonna put him on the spot now as a coach. But as a coach, like, what is my case for Angel over Caitlin for Rookie of the Year? You ain't got to go too in depth if you don't want to. So I've done a video about, and I'm gonna ask my question to you, Coach, but let me address that right here. Angel, Rookie of the Year, records broken, leadership on the team, plus minus. I think for me the difference between Angel and Caitlin for Rookie of the Year and why I feel like Angel's not a co-rookie. And I'm not here for co-rookies because I don't do ties and I don't do participation trophies or certificates. It's a winner. at the end of the day, even if it's a tie and then we go play 21 to see what happened. Um, for me, it's Chicago was supposed to be 12th, and now they're at 8. And a good reason for that is Angel, and what she's been able to do consistently over the season with uh Williams going down, with Camilla being hurt, with Kennedy not starting. She's been so consistent in what she's done continuously, a walking double double. Um, and like I said, to take them from 12 to 8, from 12 to 8. And I know I said without Angel, you were saying without Angel, where would they be? Depends on what you're replacing with.
Right.
Because I feel like Camila Cardoso has that exact same ability. But for me,
That
that's the from last to the playoffs.
okay.
Indiana, I know that they made the playoffs for the first time in a long time, and I get that part. But coming into the season, Indiana was ranked at 8, I believe. They had them ranked already in the playoffs because of Caitlin, not just because of Caitlin being there, but also because of everything that they've been able to build on from sides getting there, getting the rookie of the year, being able to gel, being able to have that chemistry. So from going to 8 to 7, maybe 6, move the needle some, but not as much as Angel for me. So that's my case for Angel on the rookie of the year. But my question to you, Coach, what's good, Mike G? You called me early today. This is just the beginning, man. This is Sessa talking sports all day. So we're gonna talk bets after this and all kind of stuff. My question to you, Coach, as we're at the end of the season, if you're the team, a coach of a team that's clearly not in it, what is your conversation for them for continuing to play, or what do you start? Are you already started to think about next season, like as a coach? How is that lining up for you?
You want to, as a coach, I will continue to visit with them, assessment, player development, try to be encouraging. Is regardless of you're not in contention anything, it's my responsibility as a coach to try to be encouraging and have a positive environment as best as possible. So the focus at that point will be: do you feel that you improved? Did you contribute? Or how would you like to contribute? Or what's the plan? How can I support you? I with staff. How can we support you? And then just the reality. And then you do question. What do, if the staff is maybe no longer at this franchise? What does that look like for you as a player? And have those hard conversations, because we're talking about pro basketball, right? Because you never know what a difference a meeting makes, what a difference a phone conference makes, what a difference a
Exactly.
Zoom makes. So, so just having those hard conversations in a positive light, and finding areas and finding games where they excelled or they did something successful. So it's not being mushy, but it's being encouraging. But then also having a conversation. Okay, if this is where you want to be, then let's look at what you need to do, and what does that look like for you? Not me telling you, not the staff telling you, but what does that look like to you? You need to do if you want to accomplish this. So really starting to get into my one-on-ones with the players, and hopefully having a close relationship with the staff, and evaluating ourselves, and reflecting
Oh,
and reviewing ourselves and our job and what we could have did differently, how we could have managed differently. So it's not even just staff uh to roster to players, it's also staff to staff. And then also what I do at high school level, I have a time where the players, when I coach at all levels, but at the high school and college level, you can have the players what you call a team evaluation, right?
mhm.
And usually you want to do that when you're one on one, not as a big group, because they'll be more honest with you,
We used to call
and
them
have them
exit
do that,
interviews, right?
right, in their interviews. But hell, you need to be evaluated by the person you coach. You're not better, it's no, just because I'm responsible, you need to hear. I need to hear my meeting the needs of the people that I say I like to coach. I enjoy coaching,
Oh, absolutely,
and that's
absolutely.
and that's a humbling piece if you're willing to be humble and do that. So, but that, I mean, I think that translates on all levels. It's just you do it differently based on the level. So if you're not competing for anything, let's look at that and find some moments, and then have an end of the season activity, dinner or whatever, and and just check in. Are you doing okay in life as well? So it's not just about basketball. It's about them as a person. He said it ain't coaching. It's
Coach
alone.
Coach Dre, I appreciate you pulling up, fam. I appreciate you pulling up. Gotta have you on the platform, Coach Dre. I had the opportunity to do the interview with Rob the Man Media and Coach Dre over there talking Buffs, go Buffs. And so I will be talking live with Rob the Man Media tomorrow at 1 p.m. Eastern. We're gonna be talking Buffs. Coach Dre, if you're available, man, pop up. I'd love to have you on the show. Appreciate you checking in. Y'all make sure y'all go over there to Rob the Man Media and give them a give them a follow back. Let's go, Buffs. Let's go.
Hey,
Sorry about that,
Coach
y'all. I had
Dre,
to get my
wonderful
football
visit.
in. Had to get my
Yeah,
football
no,
in,
I'm
y'all.
enjoying it.
Y'all know I'm crazy about
I'm
them Buffs. Let's
enjoying it.
go.
I'm enjoying it. We appreciate that. We
Oh
enjoyed
yeah,
it. We enjoyed it.
absolutely. I'm having fun with it. We talking
All
all
right, so
kind of
we
stuff,
went through
but
that.
yeah.
We went through that set right there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the next game here, set of games.
I'm looking at this page. You know what pops out at me for this one?
What's that?
That hundo we had to take it at Wintrust Arena. That hundo. Kayla came in there and gave us a hundo. Kelsey, I should say, Caitlin Kelsey Lexi, the Indiana Fever came in there and gave us a hundo in Wintrust. And that's probably the toughest one to see right there. I expected the Liberty to beat the Storm. The Storm, like I said, they're clunky. They're trying to figure it out. Can I come? Can I come to the camera? Can I come to the camera? Can I come to the stage back? Oh, let me say this, y'all. I told y'all Asia Wilson was something different. White tea Asia is something special. Okay, so I want everybody to understand when she comes with that wrinkled white tea, it's different. But if Asia show up in a black wrinkled tee and some black high top Air Forces, run. It'll be a problem. White tee Asia is a problem. It's different. Y'all see him showing up in the white tees now? So for those of y'all that was just watching for how they look walking in, y'all probably won't be watching too much WNBA much more. Because it looked like Asia just changed the game. Forget all that getting dressed before the game. Asia's like, we'll get dressed after the game. We'll get dressed when we go pop champagne. Right now, it's all about this game, coach. And they are wearing white tees and sweats. And I am here for it. Get your popcorn out. It's going to be some good basketball. I see you. Welcome to HDI TV. Make sure y'all following Welcome to HDI TV. Make sure y'all are following Rob the Man Media. Make sure y'all are following KBAF. Make sure y'all following Coach Coleman. If you're not already, what are you waiting for? If you're not already
What are you
following Coach
waiting
Coleman,
for?
what are you waiting for?
Push the
What are you
button.
waiting for?
Push the
Push
button.
that button. Hit that notification. Stay in the conversation, y'all.
I don't know if this was a gimme game because they locked in, but looking at that Lynx game, I was like, was that, we got it clinched. And so we kind of in this cruise control and we picking and choosing and trying to make sure we're healthy going into the season. So I was just kind of strategically looking at that Lynx Dallas game. Christmas in September? I mean, August in summertime type of thing.
You see how much hype Dallas got? Anybody got time for all that now? We in the playoff. We ain't right out there doing all that. For what? For what? For what? For what? The next good game I need to play is playoffs. For what? I bet you I'm wrestling.
Right.
What all that 6'6",
So
6'5", running up and down the court, all that, trying to running
I
all
ain't
around,
doing all
chasing Enrique all around for what? For what?
He said, I ain't
man, I'm gonna
twisted my ankle.
Man, I ain't risking nothing on Enrique and Enrique's.
Look, I ain't pulling the growing. I ain't twisting the ankle. I ain't messing up my hamstring. I ain't spraining my wrist. Nothing.
I'm going to the playoffs. See, to me, the Lynx are like, and I feel like the Lynx are saying that because they're only gonna go like they got 6.5, 7 possible that she's gonna go, right? You know what I mean? Like, so rest those people. Everybody they 5, 6 people. They need 5 people in double figures most of the time.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, Liberty just Liberty in.
I don't even know if the Liberty is liberating as much as Stewie is stewing.
Stewie, I told you. That's why I said Stewie in them.
Yeah, Stewie them. Listen, Stewie them, the godmother. Hey, I better quit playing. Stewie's on a mission. Stewie's on a real mission. it don't necessarily show up in the stats all the time what Stewie is doing. But Stewie
Brooklyn,
is willing that team.
80s baby.
Like if
I got it
80s
right.
baby, yeah, 80s baby tried to get me
80s
the other day.
the
Stewie is doing
sleeky,
everything
wonderful.
that's sneaky.
80s, I'm sorry. Eddie, we had to eat Legos, Eddie. No,
You are crazy, man. This is the CC show. Everyone is, and you know what? Every show is different, even though we all talking sports. Every one of the shows that I participate on is a different type of show. Definitely a different type
Lily
of show.
cannot go outside. Okay, I'm done.
Here we go. No, you're not, because once you get going, it's on. It's on. Once you get going, it's on. By the time the show is over, you're gonna be hitting the prep, the couch patch, all that. We already know where it's going. You missed the birthday last night. I thought you was on the show.
Dang.
I need
I'm gonna have to get the birthday tonight. I'm gonna jump on tonight.
We're gonna have to have you record the birthday track so we can play it when you ain't around. Like,
okay, yeah.
Coach Rowe with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
Tree.
Let's do that. We'll do that. You know, I'm still sussing on the tree, but all right, I get it.
Yeah, I know. Everybody had their feelings, but it's here. Like I've been here. So
right.
I
don't know if I'm respecting my ancestors when I say the tree thing, but you know, I digress.
I know it's the ancestral thing. I know. It's very it could be a sensitive subject. But let me tell y'all something else. It's September 4th, September 24th. I don't know what it's gonna be. I don't know what it's gonna look like. September 24th is 1 year. Sess Talk Sports. It's going down. We're gonna have a celebration. We're gonna do something with across all these platforms. We got some stuff coming up. We're gonna be celebrating all month long. All month long, 1 year anniversary of Sess Talk Sports, the platform. Rolling into the 1 year anniversary of now joining the conversation. See? You know what I'm saying? Hey, see? All you gotta do is get old jukebox start over there. He'd be singing and dancing. Hey, Coach had another life. I think he might have been the sixth. He might have been the sixth temptation. I'm not sure.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody. You know, I got in a fight with Danny Terrio. Danny Terrio punched me in my mouth.
So, what are you most looking forward to this season? Let me get back into basketball.
I'm looking forward to the first round of games. I think those are going to be the best. It's going to be the scrappiest. It's going to be, you know, it's not saying the championship now, but I just think it's going to be more interesting than we anticipate the first round of playoff games. Let's look
Who's
here,
the player
though.
you're most anticipating walking? I mean, player you're most anticipating watching as the season winds down.
As the season winds down. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You go to New York, Stewie changed my mind. You go to Minnesota, I like Fee and McBuckets, and then just the whole team concept, right? You go to Phoenix, Copper. I love how she cooks up a game and get, you know, and it when she's hitting on all cylinders, her team gets behind her. You know, it's the changing of the guard there if they allow it. Remember, we talked about that. If they're willing to build around her, so we're not sure yet. The jury's still out, right? I love watching Rakia Jackson at Sparks.
Well, that's what I'm looking forward to down the stretch. It's Rakia.
On the Mystics, I mean, you got to say Sykes, right? And you know, and Sky, you got to go Cardoso, Reese. I mean, Lindsay Allen is coming along. Kennedy, excuse me. I mean, so you go down that list and you like, even though those who even in it, like those in the playoffs, you want to see what it brings out of them, right? I mean, the dream, Jordan Canada 2.0.
Yeah, I mean, Canada makes a difference, but I think what I've learned in this season is the Atlanta Dream is shaping up to be Alicia Gray's team. To me, that's Alicia Gray over there. They go how Alicia goes. Like having Jordan back, I mean, to me, it just seemed like a cheat code for Alicia. And I know Ryan is there and all, and Tina, and I'm thinking about the future. That Jordan Canada, Alicia Gray tandem is something you can build around. They got, I mean, right? Ryan Howard in there. They got a core three. That's
I
a good
mean,
pull right
Jordan
there, coach.
Canada opens up the scoring lanes more in the gaps for them to score because the
Mm-hmm.
responsibilities have shifted. So that's why I was like Jordan Canada 2.0. Now, here's the thing: Jordan's back playing. Now, what we talk about schemes. Now you got to
Mm-hmm.
defend. Now you got to change how you were defending the dream without Canada. Now you got to adjust your scheme to play defense with a Canada, which is going to look different. And it's going to. And what does it do? Since Jordan's been back, it has stretched out defenses because of what Jordan can
Absolutely.
do. So that you ready for the next? Let me see what we got here. So we already looked at that, and we move on to Saturday, August 31st. Anything stick out to? Is that one game? Um, is the Connecticut Sun just cruising, or what the hell happened?
They showing
I
fraud,
mean,
man.
Washington,
They
huh?
showing fraud. It's like I don't know. It's like the Sun are down and out in the games they shouldn't be, and then I don't know. And then they pull it off because to me, if I remember this correctly, Washington played them kind of close for a good part of the game, and then the Sun pulled away. I believe. Uh, but I don't know. Then they beat Seattle, but Seattle's clunky. That Chicago Sky Minnesota Lynx game stood out to me, and the Fever Wings game stood out to me. Those were the two
Okay,
games that stood out to me the first.
all right. Let's
Chicago played
talk about it.
Minnesota really, really tough. Chicago played Minnesota really, really tough on the road with no Kennedy Carter. Uh, that was a game that Chicago could have won. That was a winnable game for Chicago right there. Um, Down the stretch, you go to Camila Cardoso a little bit more. You don't miss some bunnies in the game. That's a game that was totally winnable. And and Minnesota was fighting in that game. It wasn't like they just sent anybody out there. Like they were fighting in that game. Indiana dropping 100 on the wings in Dallas. Well, Arlington was a eye opener. So because again, it's like Enrique and Enrique's. They dropped 100, but they dropped 100, but they almost lost. Enrique's almost bought that thing back. And so I don't know what it is about Dallas. To me, slow start says coaching. Slow start says coaching to me at this point in the league, at this point in the season, and I think that's kind of been Dallas's problem in the couple games that they did lose. But Dallas still has a chance, I think, mathematically to make the playoffs. I think the only team that's out is the
Yeah,
Spartans. Y'all correct me in the chat if I'm wrong. I think the only team that's
no,
out
Dallas
that is
still
eliminated.
has a slip. It's one of those NFL. This one got to lose. This one got to win for Dallas. That's where Dallas is at. Remember how the NFL gets quirky like that? Well, this
Oh
one
yeah,
times and this
Lightning
one
got it.
lose.
Lightning got to strike. The moon got to fall. Got to come up in the daytime, and monkeys got to fly and all that. And then they in the playoffs if they win. All that. It's a heck of a algebraic equation. A heck of a algebraic equation. Oh, so we got. I think
so
we got a couple more
so
games, right?
yeah, so we looked at that. Um, so Sunday, as you said that you already mentioned, what I reflect, I felt that was a big must need win for. We're gonna go back to your Aces. I was happy to see that.
Okay.
I feel that was a statement game as well for the Aces against Mercury. I can see clearly now the rain is going, coming out of the phone kind of thing, and so I was glad to see uh, the Aces make that statement. But before we talk about the Aces, I'm gonna go back to Chicago Sky. Chicago Sky got have a blowout game, and then most of their games were close losses. And with this Lynx game, I think the matchups,
Okay.
matchups sometimes work out in a different and the style of play. Lynx is a more half court play, and that worked in the favor of Chicago because they're roster challenged right now. So and they're not. And again, they're not a consistent transition defensive team. If we want to be honest, they'll
Okay.
have some brain freeze, um, and that's where a lot of teams will catch Chicago sleeping sometime is in transition in their transition and getting back. They don't get back enough, and if you go back and reflect on that, but
Okay.
somebody said I was up there dancing and switching places between the mic.
One mic, all one mic, bro. Like the Temptations, they was passing that thing, man. Passing that thing. You gotta get the
I
spin,
knew you
chuck it
wanted
right
to
back
leave
on it.
me.
But I
Yeah,
refuse to let you go.
let you
You
go,
know what I mean?
Lillian.
The bed, we, but your
It's just
sympathy,
sympathy.
I don't mind because it mean that much to me. Ain't
Listen
too
to
far
me.
to bed. Come on, coach. You supposed to be hitting your steps.
Ah, oh
I'm
man.
giving you the words, coach. I'm giving you the words, coach. You're supposed to be hitting your
Uh,
steps now. Don't
hold
test me on
on.
Temptations.
I can't. I can't.
Don't test me.
Uh, in the word,
Coach Coleman up there
look. In the
dancing, switching
words of
places.
MJ, on to the next. On to the next.
On to the next. What you got? What you got?
We
Ah,
had that Sunday, September 1st. You had that dream game. Dream. And
uh,
Sparks.
that was one that again at this point it's the mismanagement for me of the Sparks. Atlanta Dream are on a mission right now. They're trying to make the playoffs. So, I think Tina Charles and them is trying not to say is trying to say no to nothing. And their veteran craftiness and their leadership and their experience, I think, carried them past the Sparks. But Kirk got to figure out what to do. I don't see enough consistency in how the Sparks are attacking, and maybe it's just you got to tear that thing up.
Now, um, again, we'll go back to it. I mean,
Oh, I'm sorry.
again, like you mentioned,
Uh-huh.
if we're taking, let's come together and talk about it.
Well, yeah, you got to tell somebody, or I'm gonna be mad in the locker room. If we tank it, tell me, bro, because I'm going to the right, and you keep making these lefts, and it's frustrating.
Right.
Brooklyn
So,
'80s baby. I have a new fan. Dumb question. Can I ask? We don't have. There are no dumb questions. So ask. That's how I feel. I don't. I don't. I'm not pushing no buttons over here, '80s baby though. So don't listen to me. We better see what Coach said. Coach.
go ahead. Is it fit? Look, is it daytime chat appropriate? You know how they used to be when we were growing up. Is
Oh,
it
oh,
appropriate?
this is daytime chat appropriate.
This is not Friday after dark. This is Wednesday afternoon.
Coach, we grew up in an era where there was some good stuff on just daytime talk shows. Man, we had listen. You see some
Sally Jesse
crazy stuff on
Raphael.
Sally Jesse Raphael, Geraldo, Donnie Hugh,
And then
Lisa
Oprah
Gibbons. We
broke.
were just talking about this. We were just talking about this in the chat in the Discord the other day.
And then Oprah changed the game.
Oh yeah, Oprah changed that game.
Rasheen
Rasheen
Beats.
Beach in the building. What's good?
All right, so we already talked about Sunday, but I just wanted to. We look at Tuesday. Um,
Can I
the
ask you
game that was
a
cool.
quick question, though, Coach, to you? If
Yeah.
the Atlanta Dream, if the Atlanta Dream or the Dallas Wings, you do all of this stuff to get into the playoffs. How much gas do you think they have left to finish, or is it just making the playoffs enough?
At this point, at that point, how much energy it took you to get into there, then you're playing off of game plan and willpower because you are bringing some extra exhaustion because how far you had to come. So at that point, the question is, do you have an effective enough non-starters that can come in and keep momentum and keep you within the stretch and give your starters uh some much needed rest to compete and maybe get a game or two. I mean, realistically, you're getting to the playoffs. These two teams, I feel like Atlanta. out of the two, if Atlanta makes it, I feel like they got a better chance with an upset than Dallas. I'll be honest with you. If you ask me to pick one, I would say the way Atlanta's playing, they got a better opportunity to upset a team in the first round than Dallas does. Dallas got still too much Enrique and them going on.
Okay. I like that. I like that.
Where's my sound effect? Hey, download my
Because
sound effect.
coach giving orders on camera. You see, coach ready for him today, y'all.
Look, look,
Coach ready for him.
look, y'all.
Coach to play the little thing. What'd you say?
I said, yeah. Then after the show, I say I love you. I was just playing. You know, I was just playing, right?
Coach got a little theme song. Coach got a little theme song, and he didn't change up on me. I don't know. He didn't turn into a real producer. He's like, get my sound effects. You ain't got my sound effects. Is it done or is it done? This is what I be taking. This is what I go through. This is stuff I go through on the back end of this thing. I think, but here's this in all seriousness, back to what you were saying. Enrique can go in a heater like I think any other player in the league this season. Like 32, 34 in a half. And then the Dallas Wings' ability to drop 40 in a quarter. It's like, really, who are you?
Like, yeah, but I feel like
that's in y'all.
I feel like Dream has a better team concept than the Enrique's.
Okay.
Just watching them play, style of play, I feel they have a better, what they call a better grasp, as the teachers used to say.
Mm-hmm. I got you. Okay.
I feel like, yeah, you ready? Here we go. Everybody, here's a
question. No. You was going to say you feel like what? I didn't.
No, I just feel like if Enrique wants to be a champion, there is some maturity in what you call conceding some of your style, not conceding how you play, but some of your style of play. That makes sense. So so the team can be successful and get to that next level. And I'm not sure where she's at, if she has that in her and willing to have that, or if she even sees. Sometimes you're mom the own part when you have a talent of that level. She is a high talent. Sometimes you can get in your own way. That's the best. That's the simplest word and phrase I can put it. You got to get out of your own way if you want to reach a championship level.
Okay. And you said concede. When you look at the Dallas Wings, concede to who?
Well, just to the other talent.
JC. Oh, just in general. Just in general.
In general. Some of her just spreading that wealth. You know, if that makes sense, just like in general.
Oh, yeah. I got you.
Like humble yourself, you know?
But I mean, listen, Enrique is hitting practice like how Jimmy Buckets hit practice in Philadelphia. Who gonna check me, man? Who gonna stop me, man? First one to stop me. I'm passing you the ball in the game.
So here's the concept. Just because they're a great player and a great scorer, that doesn't mean they're a great leader or a great captain. That doesn't mean they have leadership. Just because somebody plays at a high level and can score at a high clip does not mean that they're the best leadership for the team. That means they score well for the team. They can score a lot of points. That's just a concept I want to throw out.
I think that Enrique is Michael Jordan.
Oh, she punches people in the face.
Yeah, in practice, she'll foul you. Yeah, for sure. You not working hard as me? What are you here for? I could be that type of player. There are players out there like that, and they find success. There's Michael Jordan's way. There's Steph Curry's way. There's LeBron's way. All of those ways found success, and they found pieces that went with those styles to get them to their places. But when I say Michael Jordan, I don't mean that piece of Michael. I feel like the thing that's missing in Dallas is the coach that can come in and say, Enrique, you can do more with less, and that's the conversation Phil had with Michael. Like, if you pass the ball, it'll come back. You don't have to sacrifice scoring, but what you need is the point guard that's going to come here and be able to distribute and run this thing. And so it's that piece. It's that getting Enrique the Steve Kerr or what was my man number 10? BJ Armstrong. Like it's that piece that's missing there that will
Right.
see the floor, get the ball to you in the spots that you need it in, and allow and step back and allow you to be effective and take us there
All,
when you need to take us there.
all the BJ career, he looked like he was a first year player, didn't he?
Did he? BJ, man, BJ could sign up for ninth grade right now. You seen him recently?
Look, yeah,
BJ go to high school right now. Get another 4 years. You hear
right.
me? Right now. Right now. Yeah. And
I
BJ
don't
probably would
know.
have stayed there. BJ probably would have
Yeah,
stayed there if Michael said, he would have fought for BJ to be there if he hadn't left those 2 years. So, you don't know what that looks like, but that's what I think is missing in Dallas more than anything. It's the coaching leadership at that level, and then the floor general type of point guard. And I know people are like, yo, they're tanking for Page, but I don't think that Page excels there, and I don't think that gives Page the best opportunity to be uh, the very best version of Page buckets that we want to see in
but-
the dub.
and they have. I mean, just like Sparks and Dallas have so much they need to work out and decide who their identity and how it's going to flow and who they're going to build around. Because the one thing the Sparks and the Wings have, Enrique's have in common is you really don't see who they're going to build around yet. That's not defined. To me, it's not.
Mhm,
Maybe someone else sees
mhm,
differently. That hasn't been defined. You don't see that handwriting on the wall. This is who we're going to
mhm,
build a franchise around. So that's the thing is like, yeah, you don't want to send a rookie there when there's uncertainty about how they want to go about building their franchise or redesigning their franchise. So
mhm. Yeah, it goes. You're exactly right. John Paxson was a solid guard under Jordan. John
he was.
Paxson told Steve. John is the one who told Steve how to go be successful. And we don't talk about John Paxson a lot because he was so early in the in the in the
Right.
in the dynasty.
Well,
John
you
Paxson
kind of forget
was
about Paxson. It's like, oh yeah,
yeah.
Paxson was there. You know,
Well, I mean, because Steve went on to have so much other success outside of just the Bulls. You talk about him a little bit more. You don't get a lot of times people go back to that last three-peat. They don't go back to the beginning of the six, right? And so you forget John and some of those players that were there earlier. You can have games on Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday to avoid the NFL, and you can end the season just before March Madness. That would get rookies from April to October for rest of summer. So the other part of that, though, Brooklyn 80s baby, is that there's also in this
NBA.
time that you're talking about, there's the NBA. So there's NBA going on that you would have to be in competition with, and I don't know, with the name being WNBA, that they would ever put themselves to be in direct competition with the NBA. Now, if they had done like I
Or you
suggested and dropped the NBA piece of it, then we could really go see what does women's basketball mean and run it out there like that and see how they compare and compete against each other. But I think when this thing started off, it was a spinoff from the NBA, and the NBA was not putting a women's league out there to be in competition with it. And they looked at the calendar and said, as owners, what gives us the best opportunity to make some money in this arena? Because at the end of the day, the bottom line was about the money, and it was this piece of time that allowed them to have that. There's no hockey, there's no basketball.
right,
Football is
right,
kind of coming up. Baseball is in the dog days of summer. It's 162 of those games, so you can miss a few of those and check out some women's games. You got people traveling. It was supposed to be a family-oriented thing, so people are off work. They do the camp day, so it was a different type of grassroots type of uh, thought process when they were rolling out this league, and so I think that's kind of why you see it where it's at now.
right. And you don't want to like double header it, like have the women's game before the WNBA before the NBA because you want it to stand alone economically and have its own platform and own following. Um, I think this based on America's sports infrastructure, this is the best you can get where women's professional sports have its own platform and its own time where it's all
Yeah.
about professional women's sports. So that it kind of just fits in the American infrastructure we all year round. And I think the biggest thing what people don't understand, college and pro sports in a lot of cities are important to the town, the city, and the state economy. So what the players do is important because it gives people jobs, give people extra part-time jobs. I digress, but sports and economics in America is a very important thing for everyday working people. You know, I'm not talking about the 1%. I'm not talking about the owners and the thousandaires. I'm talking about everyday working people, like the CC show.
The CC show, homie.
Okay,
I
let's
see.
jump
I
into the
see.
chat.
Let's go.
You see what? What
Ain't
do you say?
nobody
You see
coming to
what
see
I
you,
said?
Otis. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis.
All right, so somebody wants to know our picks for tonight. Okay, what we got for tonight, Auntie?
Me, my picks. See smoke. You got come over to Sex Talk Bets for them. I give out picks on Sex Talk Bets. Who you got, Coach?
No,
I
I'm
can't
talking
give out
about,
no picks
I'm
right
talking
now.
about,
Can't give out no picks right now. I got a whole nother episode of picks coming up. What you got,
I'm
Coach?
talking about our WNBA. It's talking about who we pick for our WNBA games.
I can't get no WNBA picks today. My WNBA
All right,
picks is at 3:00
you
on
got to go
Sex
to
Talk
prop. You got to
Bets.
go to the prop
You got to
master.
pull up for them. What you got?
You got to go to prop master. You got to go to prop
You
master
got
for
to see the
entertainment
prop master
purposes
for
only.
them. What you got tonight, Coach? I'm teasing. What you got?
Hey,
Where you going?
you got the games in front of you.
We only got one game tonight. I think it's Sparks. Let me see. We got one game. Sparks are playing the Fever. Sparks Fever. This is a game tonight. Rakia and
I'm gonna
Caleb.
go with
I got
Fever.
Rakia.
I'm
I
gonna
got
go with
Rakia.
Fever because they're playing on a tear. I just got to give credit where
I
credit
don't
due. So
I don't pick Rakia, and I know Kelsey Mitchell and Clark for the betterment of the dub. We needed them to concede to include others. Okay. It's Satu or Scottie Pippen. I don't know. Satu is a unicorn. Satu is a
yeah,
unicorn.
I feel like
Satu
she's a
might
little
be.
bit better than Scotty.
That's what I was about to say.
She is
Better than
her. She
Scottie
is
Pippen
side
for
two.
me.
Yeah, she is a side two. I agree, coach. Man, appreciate. Yep, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
What else we got here?
Yeah, something's missing. It's good coaching and good leadership. See, smoke. That's what I've been saying. This the problem
Yes.
with Washington it seems is the nepotism they got that coach in that spot. And in Dallas, I'm not sure. I think this is a second year coach. What I'm not clear about with this coach is can you coach? Like last year, they were getting ready to be, you know, pushing Vegas to try to get to the finals, and then this year it's like, are they going to make it to the playoffs? Was it just Satu? I don't know. I don't clunkiness, lack of leadership. I don't know. In Dallas, like Enrique is in charge all the time. It's an entire
Oh
reset
man.
that needs to happen. To me. That's
Okay.
for those two teams.
The WNBA teams and the word clunking is with you is like it's a lot of clunking. It's a lot of clutter. A lot of clutter, huh?
It's a lot of
They need to
just
clean out.
bumping. It's like you just see people bumping into each other, like spread out. Jeez, it's like 8 people in my bathroom. Just for what? All at one time. Just make a schedule. I don't know. It's weird.
Right.
Who coach? Kerr, Longley, Ron Harper, all great role players. Absolutely. No
Absolutely. See what
question.
Go said.
Paige is up in New York supporting Tiafo on Arthur Ashe. That girl everywhere. How she paying for those bus tickets? When you own a league, when you're an owner in the league, you move around like that. Paige is an
Yeah.
owner in the league with a tremendous NIL. Don't count her coins. She not hurting for no dub.
Right.
Don't count Paige Buckets coins. She picking up money by the buckets, baby. She picking up money by the buckets out this thing.
So
What else we got?
so before we jump into the other question, here's what we need to look at is if the playoffs was to start today, you would have was that New York 1, right? Connecticut
Mm-hmm.
2, Minnesota 3, Vegas 4. Wasn't Vegas 5 and they moved up?
Mm-hmm.
Seattle 5, Indiana 6, Phoenix 7, and Chicago and Dream are tied at 8. And right now, Chicago would have it the lead on head to head, if I'm not mistaken. That's why they're ahead. They're eighth. So Chicago and Dream have identical records, but the head to head puts Chicago in eighth spot.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's what we have.
those did it. So the Liberty will play Chicago, Connecticut will play Phoenix, Minnesota will play Indiana, Seattle will play Las Vegas. That
See.
would be how that worked out.
All right. Somebody said, let's see, go to the chat here. Harper 20. Yeah. Harper's a
Oh yeah,
Clipper too at one
Ron Harper. He wasn't just a Clipper when he in Cleveland. Michael said, "Go get him."
Cleveland
Who was
too.
that dude? Who was that dude killing us in Cleveland? Make sure he on the squad next season. I need him here. Him, go get him. Page would be a smart move to keep him Brink. I mean, why? Page is Brink. To me, Brink is gonna be the star. That's Brink's team in LA. Page is her own team. Page will be a Val or somewhere else to me. Her brand is bigger than him. 10 points game 5. Go back and watch it.
Okay.
I don't know.
Are you a
It must
Paxton
be
fan,
another.
MJ Lover?
It must be another NBA. He's MJ Lover 23. So once the Bulls conversation started, he's down a rabbit hole. We're gonna have to bring MJ Lover back. MJ like that. He's gotta bring it back. Come
back to the world.
back like that. Like that. We gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back. Gotta bring it back.
Bring it
MJ.
down.
MJ is
Come
down.
back.
MJ's down an NBA rabbit hole that I need him to come back from before we start our picks. MJ,
Woosah.
calling MJ. Y'all to send MJ down. I can see the comments coming. He's already at white chocolate now, so he's way down this rabbit hole.
Oh, okay. He Magic fan. Fan of Shaq, Penny, Nick Anderson, Dennis Scott, and those guys. And the Bulls always ruined our chance. Yes, they did.
I mean, y'all beat Michael. Y'all beat us
Yeah,
in the return when
yeah.
Michael came back. Y'all had a chance.
And then they lost to
Y'all had a
Houston in the
chance.
championship. And they
Y'all
lost
didn't
to
take care
Houston.
of business. Yeah, Michael didn't have nothing to do with that.
They finally did.
Told you MJ's down the rabbit
Oh
hole.
yeah,
Kukos
MJ.
is the second best Euro
Oh
to
yeah,
come out of
MJ be
Europe.
blowing it up. Look. Wait a minute. Wait, there's more. Wait,
Still
there's
holds
more.
record for 3-point percentage per season, over 50%. Oh, okay. He's coming back. Okay. MJ, I see you posted something about Kennedy. Come on back. Okay,
All right.
good. He's coming back. He's coming. He's coming back.
Brooklyn 80s baby. Did you see what they had to say?
Okay, so I think that we can have this conversation. So here's the thing, Brooklyn 80s baby. When you're talking about college, there's the NCAA, and they're in charge of that, and then there's the schools, and there's an AD that's in charge of everything that's going on in athletics. In the NBA, there are individual owners that come together and make a decision. Not all of those owners owned WNBA teams. They're like 30 some NBA teams. There are like 12 WNBA teams. You're looking at two different ownership. You're looking at different ownership groups. You're looking at different leadership groups. So, and then you're looking at TV deals. You're looking at money. You're looking at a lot of different things. So it's easy to say, play the men, and then the next day play the women. But you also have to coordinate travel. You have to coordinate a lot of things. So that's an easy blanket statement to make.
Right.
But I don't know. But there are a lot of people who watch WNBA that have zero interest in watching NBA games, and a lot of people that watch NBA games that have zero interest in watching WNBA games. And it was even worse when this thing first started. So there were a lot of people that just did take chances on it because they thought it was a novelty and something that would just die down. I think what the WNBA needs to do is be better with partnering with the NCAA to be able to tell stories, to be able to bring fandom, to be able to bring viewership, because college has ready-made new fans that start every season, right? Every season, because it's new kids on campus. And so how do you bring that viewership over into the WNBA. And I think where the WNBA would make a mistake is trying to be like the NBA, because they're not the same. They don't produce the same product there. And then there are organizations that are at different stages of their timeline. WNBA is still very, very grassroots. It's still trying to build some steam. NBA is international. So I get where you're going, but I understand why it didn't go down. What else you got, Coach?
Hey, we're at the end. Somebody was just talking about the difference between WNBA games.
Mhm.
There, Brooklyn had a different idea. It's interesting, but in the infrastructure that we have, um, for something to stand alone, you want to be able for it to financially support itself. And so, in women's sports should not, a professional women's league, and I'm an advocate of this, should not have to go at the same time as a men's league for it to say it's successful. It needs to stand alone and be supported by the fans, and it can happen. It just takes time, and we're coming into an era, into a time where it will happen. So sometimes the ingredients and baking the cake, sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you would like, but
Oh
stay
yeah,
with
yeah.
stay with
But
your
to see where
recipe.
it's at,
It is.
28 years, when at 28 years old, where it's at is like, okay, I see the potential. I see the potential. I
Let
see
me
the
let me give MJ Love some respect because he did come back down off the ledge by his Kennedy Carter.
No, and then he went right back, out on the ledge and said something like, "I'm just saying,
Right back
73
on the
wins is
ledge.
cool, but 72 wins has a better
Hey,
ring
my
to it." Okay, I'm done for
supposed to
now.
be the prop master. That's how you get ready for the show.
No, because now it's going to be all kind of Bulls references throughout the show. I already see where this is going.
I want to say, I want to give a
I
shout
see where
out,
this is going.
Jeff. I want Jeffrey, man. You always in there with us. Wonderful Wednesday to you,
What
Jeffrey.
up,
I know
Jeffrey?
you also enjoy college football, so I hope you enjoying that. I know you mentioned that, so I hope you happy that's back. Hope you in your happy place with college football as well. Appreciate you joining us. Sky Mrs. Carter offense. Yes, Ghost. Ghost, you say some stuff that throw me off, but that's the most simple, profound thing you said. Like I can before you like make my head hurt sometimes. It's real deep, but that time it was
That
like,
ghost be
yeah.
making your head hurt. That ghost make your head
Because
hurt. Hold on.
those getting the philosophical moments, and it just messed me up. I
Oh
wasn't
yeah, you
ready.
gotta be
Wait a
ready.
minute.
You gotta be
You
ready.
gotta
Yeah,
let
you
me
gotta be
know.
ready for go. You gotta be ready for go. I need 15
At
comments from
this
MJ
time,
Lover about Bill Cartwright. See, that type of stuff Ghost do right there.
yeah. By the way, the Eastern Conference during the '90s was the best era of the Eastern Conference. I mean, that was defense, though. You talking defense? Nobody. Here's the thing: 2024. Let's be honest. College pros people want to see the ball go in the hoop. It's offensive oriented most of the time. I mean, here's the thing: offense engages viewers. We're not talking about basketball fans. We're talking about viewers. Excitement.
Mm-hmm.
So high offense engages viewers and puts people in the seats. And then you got to have a great halftime show. I mean, we're not talking about
Gotta have a great halftime
basketball
show.
fans that are students of the game. We're talking about making money off of your casual fans and your casual viewers, right?
You need an Ellie in your life. You gotta have an Ellie in your
And
life, homie. If you don't got an
you got to
Ellie the
have an
mascot,
Ellie.
I don't know.
You
I don't know
got to
what you're
have an
doing.
Ellie.
What you doing for
So
real?
look, here it is. If we went 1 hour, earlier technology was trying to was playing defense on us, and we broke the press. Um, we broke the 3/4 press, and were able to come out successful. Hey, it's 2:48, Auntie. I want you to get a little peanut butter cracker or something before the next show. Something drinking your Coca Cola. Remember, not your I don't
Man, we
your
finna,
Coca
I'm finna
Cola,
be,
as old folks used to
finna
say.
be
Your Coca
back.
Cola.
Little Coca-Cola, man. Little Coca-Cola. Little soda pop. Little soda water.
Yep.
Uh, yeah, we'll be back like I never left in about 12 minutes. Man, maybe a little bit after that. I think that we still have some home run stuff going on. I'm not seeing I'll get with MJ. I think we may be a little bit after 3 on that one. I agree with the story from the NCAA part. I just think the summer season is more difficult to watch because of time of year. I would say thing if there was summer NFL season, some people are outside. Yeah, that's the chance we take. We trying to catch these people that's outside, and so we try to have these games at
Outside.
different times and stuff. Alicia
All right.
Gray doing anything, buckets, a dope halftime show with puppies or something. Ghost, I should have known.
We gonna be
Ghost, what
back
you got?
Friday. We gonna be back
With the
Friday.
T.
Auntie gonna be touching those buttons. Auntie gonna be
Yeah,
controlling
I'm
the
be on the
buttons.
buttons. Be on control of
On
the
the
buttons.
buttons. It's
I'm
that
gonna
Friday
have
tea.
I'm gonna have my hands on the keys. Oh, safe. They calling your flight. Hey, safe travels, Ghost. I don't know where you headed, man, but safe travels to you. If you're coming back for Such Talks Bets, we'll see you in a little bit. If you're not back till later, or if you're done for the day, man, have a great rest of your day. We appreciate y'all pulling up with us. You could have been anywhere, but you right here with us on CC Show. I'm your favorite IT with up tendencies. Until next time, stay tuned. Talk soon, y'all. I'm out. Not greetings, Auntie and Fine Company. Hold on. Stop the press, Fine Company. What is your name? What is your name, Fine Company? Hold up.
Hey, we trying to get out of here.
Turn those things back on. Turn those cameras back on.
We still live. We out of here now.
Fine Company. No more doubt. What's good? This is Coach Coleman. Me and Coach Coleman do the CC Show twice a week, Wednesdays and Fridays. Wednesdays we do WNBA, women's college hoops kind of recap. Fridays we give you the tea. We are always here around 1. It's Coach Coleman. Pull up on him, KBAF, in the chat and on YouTube.